AITA for breaking my wife's privacy and finding something from her past that I can't stop thinking about? My wife and I have been together for 6 years and have a family. Recently, I came across something that has left me feeling uncomfortable and unsure how to handle it. About 7 years ago, before we met, my wife was in a relationship with an ex. While looking through her Google Photos, I accidentally came across an intimate video of the two of them from that relationship. The timing made it harder for me because that particular ex had contacted her sometime within the past year. At the time, she mentioned that he might have reached out because she was the only person he'd ever loved. I remember feeling a little uncomfortable hearing that, but I didn't think much of it then. I didn't intentionally try to access her photos. A few months ago, she had logged into her Google account on my phone and apparently never logged out. I use an iPhone, and after she recently sent me a photo, I noticed that her Google Photos were accessible through a browser. I knew I shouldn't look through them. We have always had an agreement to respect each other's privacy, and as far as I know, neither of us has ever gone through the other's phone. Unfortunately, curiosity got the better of me, and I looked. That's how I found the old photos and video. What made it more difficult was that she'd previously told me she had never sent intimate photos or recorded a video. I'd asked casually about it in the past, and she had told me that was why she wasn't comfortable doing those things with me. Seeing that material from a previous relationship caught me off guard and honestly made me feel sick. At the same time, I recognized that it was her private history from before we met, and she had the right to keep it private. I also know that I violated our agreement by looking through her photos. I apologized to her because I understand why she feels that her privacy was breached. She's now telling me that she isn't sure whether she can forgive me for doing it. I understand why she's upset, and I regret looking. I just wish she also understood that seeing something like that unexpectedly was difficult for me too. I'm not accusing her of cheating, and I don't believe she's been unfaithful to me. My issue isn't really that she had a relationship before me. It's more that I accidentally saw something very personal that I wasn't prepared to see, especially involving someone who had contacted her more recently. I know I shouldn't have looked through her photos in the first place, and I'm taking responsibility for that. I just hope we can eventually talk about both sides of what happened without turning it into a question of who is more hurt. I feel guilty for invading her privacy, but I'm also struggling with what I saw and how it made me feel.